Growing up in rural Australia, a culture that celebrates self-deprecation and really abhors excessively confident people, I learned early, don't get too big for your boots. Humility wasn't just a virtue, it's a social survival strategy. Any whiff of being too self-important, you would cop a quick reality check. And look, humility is a good thing, but sometimes we can be too humble. It gives us air cover to play small and to play safe, not to be too ambitious, not to go after big goals, not to do the very thing maybe that would serve us the most and also allow us to make a bigger impact for others. So what is real humility? It is not about thinking less of yourself. It's actually about thinking about yourself less so that you can show up more fully and more in service of others, to do more good, to lead more effectively. Just last week, a client who sits on an executive team said to me, I don't want to go in there and advocate for myself. I don't want to be too egotistical. There's enough egos in that room already. I like to be a humble person. But you know what? If you don't want to seem egotistical, that is actually egotistical because it's still about you. It's about how you're being perceived. When we avoid and hold back from stepping up and speaking out in case someone thinks that we're being a bit too full of ourselves, when we keep our ideas quiet, even when we know that they're worthwhile and they matter, we really shortchange ourselves and others too. And interestingly, a research from the University of Houston found that women in particular often minimize their contributions for fear of being seen as self-promoting. So ask yourself, where might too much humility be holding you back from owning your value? And if you weren't afraid of seeming maybe too ambitious or not sufficiently humble, what might you do more of? And what might you do less of? Where are you giving too much power away to how you could be perceived? And where is that keeping you from doing more good? Because you can be humble and still own your worth. In fact, real humility does exactly that.